Basketball fans itching for a game to watch have been enthralled every Sunday night by the ESPN documentary The Last Dance. The series focuses on Michael Jordan and the 1997-98 season for the Chicago Bulls. Our Fox 12's Nick KRUPKE is hearing from an Oregon man whose single frame continues to freeze time as one of the all-time pictures in sports.
Framing, composition, and timing, the art of the shot. 20 years ago, Sports Illustrated named that the 56th best sports photo of all time. And it has new life.
It's hard to get away from it because it keeps, people keep, bringing it up, and it is a special image.
Lake Oswego's Sam FORENCICH landed in Rip City 2 decades ago. One night in Chicago has him linked to Dennis Rodman for eternity.
Rodman diving for the rebound. What an effort that was. Incredible effort by Rodman. Insane effort.
It was such a sort of stroke of luck, I guess, just to even be there.
Check this out. Oh, unbelievable.
Prior to flashing frames for the Blazers, FORENCICH worked for the Golden State Warriors and was occasionally hired on assignment by the NBA.
Going to Chicago was really kind of a lark. It was a fluke.
A 2-game stay in the Windy City back in 1997 birthed this bastion of sports photography. The worm, splayed out in midair for a loose ball.
It was just, single frame shooting back then. So really your timing was really, really critical. You only got really one shot at getting a peak moment like that.
So now we jump ahead back to the future 23 years later, and this picture is coming up in timelines on Twitter, on Instagram, and you got to go, well, that's my picture.
Yeah, it keeps coming back. It's made a couple of runs, not quite like this one though. I think, with the pandemic going on and the lack of sports going on, and of course this ESPN documentary being out, I think there's a lot of extra attention just because of all those factors. For all sort of measures, it is an iconic picture. I mean, I don't say that because it's mine, but just judging it objectively, it's symbolic, and I think that's why Sports Illustrated published it initially.
The swan dive from Rodman.
Well, no doubt it's a classic moment from a wild figure of the late 90s NBA. Despite the freakish move, the worm wasn't able to save that ball. It's a good thing Sam was there to save the play and keep it in frame. Reporting from my garage, Nick KRUPKE, Fox 12 Oregon.